Now you've been planning to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. As you plan to climb, how do you plan to get your luggage up the mountain? How will you carry it? Or who will help you to carry it? Have you ever asked yourself how your bag, your food, sometimes your toilet will get up? And how will the luggage go up and come down? Remember, the policy on Kilimanjaro is that leave no trail. So we are expected to carry everything with you up and everything down. And remember, your visitor's bag is limited to 15 kilograms. Therefore, porters are only allowed to carry 15 kilograms of your luggage plus their own luggage. So the Kilimanjaro porters are the ones who carry up your food, the gas for cooking, the tents, and even the chairs that you'll be sitting on and the tables you'll be eating on. They will also carry up your kitchen utensils, your private toilet, and maybe your private bathroom. When you're in camp, they'll fetch water for you from either nearby or far off streams. They will also carry your waste up and down. And this is because Mount Kilimanjaro is one-way traffic, therefore there's no rivers. So you must go up with everything that you have and come down with it, including your luggage. On the first day, the porters participate in shopping for the food that you'll be eating and any other essentials. They also participate in packing and weighing of the luggage. Then they proceed to carry all this to the first camp. So what does a day in the life of a porter look like? Once in camp, the day for a porter starts early, sometimes as early as 5 a.m. Normally, they will assist in bringing you water for your bath at about 6 a.m. You'll probably hear them saying something like maji, maji, meaning water, water, or wash, wash, meaning it's time to wash or to bathe. Once you are ready, after washing and dressing, they will notify you that breakfast is ready. You're expected to proceed for breakfast with your day pack at this point. So before you leave your tent for breakfast, please ensure that everything that you have is packed, your sleeping bag is attached to your porter's bag, and any other luggage is in proper order. As you take your breakfast, the porters will bring down your tent and pack it. They will also pack your luggage together with your tent in a bigger bag in an attempt to protect it from dust and even rain. The porters will then fill up your water bladder, and it's important that you mark your bladder, preferably with a permanent marker, so that it doesn't get mixed up with that of the other hikers. After breakfast, the hikers are then ready to start the trek for the day. As you start the trek for the day, the porters will continue bringing down the camp. They'll pack everything, including the mess tent where you had your breakfast, the chairs on which you sat, and even the tables. After they have packed everything, they will then leave the camp and start their trek to the next camp. The porters are actually very strong men and a few women. During my time on Kilimanjaro, I can say maybe out of every 30 or 50 porters I met, there was one woman. So you can see the women are still underrepresented, but on the other hand, the work is really hard. As much as they are carrying these heavy loads on their heads or their shoulders, sometimes they actually run with this load up the mountain, and they will overtake you on the trail. And as they overtake you on the trail, sometimes they will sing and they'll even try to entertain you. And by the time you arrive at the next camp, you'll find that they've already arrived and set up the camp. You'll find that your tent is up and your bag is in your tent. So the important thing is that when you arrive at the camp, you're able to identify your tent, get in, and the porters will bring you water to freshen. So you'll again hear them saying, wash, wash, or maji, maji. You'll know it's time for you to freshen, because it's important you freshen before you begin any other activity in the new camp. Porters with duties earn a bit more than the porters who only carry luggage. So in the camp, you'll find that the porters have different duties. There are those porters who assist the chef in cooking. They could assist in selecting the rice, peeling the potatoes, cutting the vegetables, and any other duties. There are also those who assist in the mess tent as waiters. And then we also have those who have duties like cleaning utensils. In addition, all the water that you'll use in any camp is carried by the porters. They will fetch the water from the nearby streams, and sometimes it's not so near. So they will actually be fetching this water from far away to ensure that you are comfortable. Apart from fetching these items that you need, they also entertain the climbers. They will sing for you on the trail. Sometimes they'll sing for you in the camp, and they're always ready to help if you need any help. They're also very observant, and in case you're falling sick, they may notify the guides that they notice a particular climber is actually beginning not to look well. And if you fall sick, it is these porters who will help to bring you down. And in a camp, you'll find that these porters are the last people to sleep, sometimes as late as midnight, and they're the first to wake up. So I'll talk a little bit more about the summit porters. On the summit nights, there are special selected porters who will assist the guides to escort you to the summit. And some of these porters are actually assistant guides. On the summit night is when guides are most active, and that means also the porters are most active as you are also most active. So these summit porters will walk with you on the trail and keep an eye on you to make sure you're well. Most importantly, they're the ones who carry oxygen to the summit. Just in the event you fall sick and need oxygen, it will be there, it will be provided because it has been carried up by the summit porters. No groups attempt to summit Mount Kilimanjaro without oxygen. And please remember, the people who are carrying this dear oxygen are the porters who may not be appreciated much. The porters also help to carry your day pack if you need help. And if you fall sick, as many will fall sick on the summit night, they will help to bring you down or take you to the helipad where the helicopter can evacuate you. So if you're enjoying this video so far, please like the video, give a comment down below, and subscribe to this channel that I may continue bringing you more content back to back from Kilimanjaro. What then is the career path of a porter? You find that among the service providers on Mount Kilimanjaro, the porter is the lowest rank, and they're the ones who are paid the least, yet they do the hardest work. The porters gradually progress from porter to summit porter, then to assistant guide. Beyond assistant guide, they need to attend a guide's college. Once they attend college and pass examinations, they are now qualified to become guides. From guide, they proceed on to become a lead guide, and so on. However, many porters are almost condemned to this life of being a porter as they fail to pass examinations. To pass examinations, a good knowledge of English will be required. And unfortunately, some of these porters have not had a good education to enable them understand enough English to pass the examinations. So this language challenge will keep some of them in this category for years. While on Kilimanjaro, I met some porters who had been porters for more than 10 years, and they were still hoping one day their lives will improve. I also met some guides who had been porters for 2 years, had gone to college, and had now become guides. Some of the guides actually progress on to become Kilimanjaro entrepreneurs by setting up their own tourist or guide companies. At this point, allow me to give credit to the Tanzanian government for training the guides well. The guides are thoroughly trained, and they are also examined, and they must pass that proficiency examination to be allowed to be licensed as guides who will take you up Mount Kilimanjaro. Sometimes the weight limit of 15 kilograms is not adhered to. I estimated that there were some porters that were carrying 27 to 30 kilograms. I noted also some looked drunk and they must have been high on alcohol. I believe I also smelt weed or bang. And all these things are illegal to do on the trail, but I can tell you for sure, I did note that. So some of the porters were very stressed by the heavy load that they were carrying. However, they could not leave it halfway because it means that getting future work will be undermined, as getting future work depends on the relationship you have with the guides. The sleeping arrangements were quite peculiar. Whereas some companies provide the porters with a porter's tent where they actually can change and sleep, I noticed that there were some companies where the porters would now sleep in the mess tent or the dining hall tent. So basically they have to wait for everybody to clear, then sleep, then wake up before anybody wakes up. Oh, what a tough life. What observations have you made if you've been to Kilimanjaro or any other mountain? Despite these tough working conditions, you find that these porters keep coming, they keep returning to Kilimanjaro for another trip in the hope for a better life. What do you think?